when you decide to have kids in your 40s, it gets real interesting real quick because you're not the same guy that you was at 25 or even 35. You got more patience. You should have more perspective, and you probably got a couple bumps and bruises, from life, because shit happens. But if you're a new girl dad in your 40s, there's a few things that you got to know, man, because the experience, my experience with twin girls has been incredible. But it was a whole hell of a lot different than what I thought it was going to be. And I just kind of want to prepare you and give you some advice that, I wish I had. Number one, the biggest noticeable difference for me was my energy. Now, I have twins, right? So that's a whole nother blessing or opportunity to really get it in. But my energy is not the same. I've been in shape pretty much, the majority of my life, move and shake, better do a bunch of stuff. But man, it's like you need to have an unlimited amount of energy. And a lot of times you have to do things when you're on E. There'll be days where you tired from work, responsibilities, and just life. And suddenly, you're going to have a 2 or 3 year old running up to you that want to play spaceships, dinosaurs, hide and seek. They want you to get your ass up off that couch. They want you to run around, man, for 2 hours and you are exhausted. And you won't always feel like it, right? You won't always feel like it. A lot of times you won't feel like it. But in those moments, you got to make sure that you show up for her, man, because she going to remember that. I took my babies to Disneyland when they were 2 years old, and they still remember it. Supposedly kids don't be having memories, blah, blah, blah. They remember shit from when I did when they was 1 years old. They'll, oh, hey, Daddy, you remember when we did this? Hey, Daddy, you remember when we did that? So when she says, let's go play, get your ass up and go play, man, because their childhood moves by super fast, and it's crazy. You're gonna get them from the hospital. They're gonna be crawling. They're gonna be walking. They're gonna be talking. Then they're gonna be running, and then they're gonna be telling you to shut the hell up. No, hopefully not. But time goes by super fast, man. Another thing is this: I was praying to God. I was praying to God for patience. And man, he damn sure, that's how it work, man. The big guy, he ain't gonna just whoop, turn on the switch and you patient. It's gonna be opportunities for you to practice patience. And god damn, man, because kids, little girls specifically, ask a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why do people get old? Why do bugs bite? Why is the stove hot? So on and on and on and on. And they're going to ask you the same shit every day, several times a day. So here's something that's important. If she asking you questions, right, it means that she trusts you. It means that she believes you. Like, oh, I think this big ass guy knows something that I don't know. You're literally the person that she is going to believe over anybody else. She literally is going to believe anything and everything that you tell her, right? So if she asks you some questions, slow down, smile, answer them, and just see how their little minds work. Another huge thing for me is that my perspective on life changed a lot when I had my babies, because it's just different, man. When you become, a father later on in life, later on in a lot of people, I've had to experience so many things. You experience so many different things: failure, success, fucking unchecked off goals, stuff, how you thought stuff was going to be, how stuff actually is, unexpected opportunities, unexpected obstacles, all types of shit. You really are starting to understand how life works. And now you got to teach some other human beings. You got to pass all those lessons down. Hopefully they don't have the bumps and bruises that you had. Because, man, like, fatherhood is, it's about protecting your kids, and really preparing them for, a world that is new to them. They don't know anything, right? And kind of give them the guidance or the advice that you wish somebody would have gave you. Making sure that they're confident, make sure that they're strong, and make sure they understand opportunities, as well as danger when it pops up. Another huge thing I would say every day, from potty training to teaching them how to walk, run, enjoy every stage. Enjoy. Now, one good thing is this. With my kids, we had good babies, man. They slept through the night and all the other shit. Now, when they became toddlers, they kind of gave us, they've been giving us the business from here. They really good babies, really good kids, but it's like it's two of them and they really like opinionated and smart and shit can, smile and get anything they want. So anyway, you have to enjoy all them stages, man. The toddler stage, the silly stage, the curious stage, the attitude stage, because these fucking stages go by way faster than you think. One day she might be holding your hand and wanting to go everywhere. Other day she might be, not me, because I'm one of the ones, but she might be ashamed of you dropping them off in front of a school, One day, she's going to, not need you as much, So you got to make sure that you're showing up in those small moments, or what may seem small to you. So those big moments are super, super important, and she'll want you to be there. So, the little shit, bedtime stories, random weird conversations in the car, walking, using their imagination. Why is this? Why is that? It's going to be memories that, both of you have forever. Another thing is, how you treat your daughter is going to kind of set a standard for how other men and people in general treat her, right? She's not going to let somebody else do some shit that, she wouldn't even let her daddy slide with, right? So how to be respectful, how to be approachable, how to be patient, how to be aware, how to be vigilant, how to be resilient, how to be able to understand your environment, understand what you need to do to really navigate, around this world. You got to set a standard for how she believes people should treat her, the way they speak to her, the way they listen, the way they treat her mother, the way they treat her father, the way they treat everybody. It really should be their blueprint. It's bigger, than just raising a kid, for real. It's really shaping them and molding them, their expectations, their hopes, their dreams, their just perception on life. It's really like a ball of clay, and you're molding, what they become, how they see the world. So it's super important to be patient. It's super important to make sure that you are taking your time with these babies, right? Not losing your cool, laughing at a lot of shit, man. That's another thing. You don't have to always be Mr. Durr. Sometimes it's okay to be cool, man. Just keep it flair. It's all right. Calmly talk to them. Tell them to take a deep breath, so they know how a man handles conflict. They know how a man stays calm, cool, and collected no matter what's going on. Screaming, crying, acting crazy. Hey, what's going on? What do you need? Use your words. Okay. You need a hug? Oh, you need a snack? Whatever it is, all right? Now, sometimes you have to be a little bit more stern, but for the most part, you need to be just a strong, calming presence, right? She needs to be excited and like, okay, daddy here, everything's okay now, right? With you. And one of the biggest things is this, man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You're going to become softer, which is a good thing, because I think I was a little bit, hard because, my wife, she softened me up, a lot in a good way. But these kids really goddamn soften me up, which is a good thing, because the whole thing is this. You cannot parent little girls the same way you parent little boys. Anybody that says that, anybody that believes that, that's ass fucking backwards. Men and women are different. Boys and girls are different. You have to be much more gentle, but yet direct with little girls, right? And also just explaining things. Well, little boy, get over here, put this over there. Why? Because I said so. Pick the damn, and even that you need to explain it to them too. But it's a little bit more like, okay, this guy's in charge, so let me go ahead and do what he say. With girls, it just goes so much easier if you just explain, hey, babe, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna clean all our stuff up because we always clean up our mess because we don't want anybody else to clean it up. And if we, do what we're supposed to do, then we better get a snack, we better do whatever we want to. Oh, okay, it makes sense. But if you just like, yeah, clean your damn room, da, 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 and use it and go, that way. Because you may become soft in, certain areas, but you'll become so much stronger in other areas. Like I said, just being a man and staying in your masculine frame, not flipping out, not losing your cool, not doing no extra shit. It's like, okay, it's a problem. I'm a problem solver. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be okay. It makes you a better man, a better husband, and just, a great father, I think. You're going to become, way more protective. Shit, I'm working on that now. Way more protective, way more thoughtful, way more intentional, because literally somebody's watching you now all the time. Somebody got their eyes on you and they judging, learning, picking up shit every single day, every minute, right? And you just realize that you got to make sure that what she see as a man is, a great example, for a man. Man, at the end of the day, being a daddy ain't really just about control. It's more about preparation, I would think. Raising an adult, building their own life. And it's your job for you to have the tools that they need so they step out in the world and they're ready. Having confidence, having discipline, accountability, and knowing who they are, no matter what anybody says, how somebody feel, what somebody think. I know who I am. It don't matter what the fuck you say. I'm Rob. Shout out to all the girl dads out there. I'm here to help other fathers, really do their thing, man. And, if little girls see this who may not have a masculine man in their life, hopefully this gives them, a little blink of hope or a connection, or just know that, there's people out here that really give a damn about these little girls. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.